hymns.
Hello everyone, I am Jenny Axler, back again with another BrailleSense 6 video. In this one, we're going to cover all the new features, functions, and enhancements in version 2.0. Most of you already know that this upgrade is going to update the operating system to Android 12, which sounds like a really big deal. And in fact, it really is a big deal. And it took a heck of a lot of work to do that under the hood. However, when you look at it on the surface, you're probably not going to notice a lot of difference. You will see some differences in your notifications. I think you'll find that things operate a little more smoothly, performance is a little bit improved, etc. But on the surface, remember, we're still running our BrailleSense platform. And so, as far as the interface goes, you're not really going to see any difference. So, try not to expect too much in that regard. What this is going to do for you, though, is to extend the life of the BrailleSense and make sure that it also extends to supporting more modern technologies. And this is the big reason for making this update. The other place that I think you will notice improvements is when you're using third-party applications. Things do run a lot more smoothly because underneath our mobile screen reader, we are running an updated version of Google's accessibility platform. So I do think that you will find more and more apps become accessible, and even those that were accessible before do operate a little more smoothly. One other note that I'd like to make before we get going with the demonstration is we've been talking for a very long time about a brand new web browser, and we are working on a brand new web browser. However, it is not going to make this first version of the Android 12 upgrade. One of the reasons we've delayed this upgrade for so long is that we really hoped to be able to include this. We've also had to undergo several Google verification tests related to upgrading the OS, but we really hoped to be able to get the browser in there. This is definitely in progress. This is definitely happening. We should be in active beta very soon with it. We are seeing it, so it really is coming, but it's not quite ready yet due to some technical delays we had in the development process. So just do be aware of that. There are a lot of new functions in this upgrade, but that's not yet one of them. Okay, I think that's enough rambling from me, so let's get to it. The first thing I'd like to show you is a new program that we've added in this upgrade called the To-Do List. And this is a basic task list like Google Tasks or Microsoft To Do or Todoist, but this is a BrailleSense version. It does not currently sync with any of those at this time. However, that is a plan that we intend to implement in future. Right now, though, it will keep you very organized and it has some pretty cool functions. So let's take a look at that. You're going to find it in the Organizer menu. So I'm at the main menu right now. I'm going to press O.
Address Manager, A.
And we have our Address Manager. I'm going to jump down to the bottom.
To-Do List, L.
And we have the To-Do List, and the shortcut, as it announced, is L. I'll press Enter.
Tasks, No Items List Item.
And when you first open it, it will tell you Tasks, No Items. You can press F3.
New Task, Enter N, dialog button.
To add a new task, or, as it announced, you can also press Enter N.
New Task dialog. Title, Edit box.
The first thing it wants you to do is to enter a title for your task. I'll just type Demo Test.
Demo.
And I'll press F3.
Description, multi-line edit box.
Now I can create a description, and this is a multi-line edit box, so you can create a long description if you like. But I'm just going to type creating a task for the video. And I'll press F3.
Due date, Thursday, November 16th, 2023, edit combo box.
And the next thing it wants is the due date. Now this is an edit combo box. It says ECB here on the display. This is going to work like any time and date edit box on the device, exactly as though you were in a calendar. So if I press space number 6,
Friday, November 17th, 2023, edit combo box.
If I press space number 5,
Friday, November 24th, 2023, 47 weeks, edit combo box.
And of course, space 4 then will move by month.
Sunday, December 24th, 2023. Edit combo box.
Hey, Christmas Eve. All right, that sounds like a good day to make a task due. Why not? All right, I will press F3 again.
Reminder none 19 combo box.
Now you have options about when you would like it to remind you. So you can set no reminder, and if I press space 4,
1 day before 2 9 combo box.
you can do 1 day,
2 days before 3
2.
9, 3 days before 4 9, 4 days before 5, 5 days before 6, 6 days before 7 9, 1 week before 8 9, 2 weeks before 9 9 combo box.
So you can remind yourself from 1 to 6 days before, 1 week, or 2 weeks. You'll see this reminder if you have the Check Today's Schedule option turned on in your global options. Just as you do with appointments, you will also then see your to-do list reminders if you have them set. I'm going to go back to None,
None 19 combo box.
and I'll press F3.
Current status, not started 1 3 combo box.
Now you can set your status. Of course, currently it would be not started. However, as you're able to go in and modify things, you can change this later. So I'll press space 4.
In progress 2 3 combo box.
You can set it to in progress,
Completed 3 3 combo box.
and you can set it to completed. Now, you could actually set it to in progress if you've already started it as you set this to-do reminder. So I'll go ahead and do that.
In progress 2 3 combo box.
And I'm going to press F3 again.
Priority, none 1 4 combo box.
You can also then set the priority. And again, you can set none,
Low 2 4 combo box.
low,
Medium 3 4 combo box.
medium,
High 4 4 combo box.
or high. I'm actually gonna leave it at high. Why not?
Add attachment. Enter I. Dialog button.
And here's where it gets really interesting. So you're able to attach several types of things to your to-do list items. So I'm going to press enter here.
Type memo 16 combo box.
I have 6 options. I can add a memo to it, and this could be anything. So again, when you go to modify it, if you have a meeting related to your to-do task, perhaps you'll take a memo and add meeting notes right here. I could tab forward here,
Title. Edit box.
and I can add a title. So I will just say meeting. And if I tab forward again,
Memo. Multi-line edit box.
I have a multi-line edit box. So once again, I could take notes here and I would be able to then save this memo. I'm going to press space F3,
Title. Meet type. Memo 16 combo box.
and we're going to press space 4 to move to the next option.
URL 26 combo box.
And again, I could add a website. Again, if I've got a website related to the task, I can also attach that to it. So if I tab forward from here,
Title. Edit box.
again, I can give it a website. So I could just say hymns.
Hymns.
I could spell it right.
8.6.
Hymns
Hymns.
International. And again, if I tab forward one more time with F3,
URL. Computer edit box.
I could enter a URL here. Again, I'll move back,
Title. Type. URL 26 combo box.
and I'll move down with space 4.
File folder 36 combo box.
Here, I can add a file folder.
Add button.
And there's an add button here, and if I press enter here,
Select file dialog. Anthologies folder 149 list item.
I am placed in the root of my flash disk, and I can select either a file or a folder to, again, attach to this task, so I can easily reference that when I'm looking at things related to this task. For now, I'll press F4 to cancel that,
Add button.
and I'll move back,
Type. File folder 36 combo box.
and I'll move down,
Contact 4 6 combo box.
and again, I can add a contact to this task.
Contact. Extra support 107 list item.
Now I can see all of my list of contacts from my address manager, so I could just select them and again add the ones that I wanted to. Again, I'll press space F3
Type. Contact 4 6 combo box.
and move down.
Current location 5 6 combo box.
You can also add your current location. So if you want to create a task, say you're outside the office and you need to come back to the specific location that you are currently in, you can easily just add it.
Address 480 Sinseongdong, Useonggu, Daejeon, South Korea 18 list item.
And that is where our company is located. So when I pressed F3 and moved forward, it showed me that location. And of course, I could just go to the
Add button.
add button here and save that.
Address type current.
And again, you can add multiple items. So right now, I would just be adding one of these attachments. But even if I add one location, for example, and I go somewhere else that also needs to be connected to this task, I can continue to add as many attachments as I want to. I'm going to go down one more time.
Calendar appointment 66 combo box.
So this is not exactly a calendar appointment. This is things for you to keep track of as you do something. So you're also able to add a calendar appointment. So if you schedule a meeting with colleagues or you need to go to a certain location, you can attach a calendar appointment to your task also. So again, I'll move forward. And
Type flight to Minneapolis, DL 170, Saturday.
And the first thing I see on my calendar is a flight that I have going back to the United States. So, but again, I have my list of appointments here, and it basically just does a search by subject from your current date forward. You'll see them in a list, and you can select those that you would like to add to your task. I'm actually going to, why not? We'll just add this flight to the US just for...
Add button.
And we'll add it.
Add attachment. Enter I. Dialog button.
And now I'm placed back in the Add Attachment area. So now I'm finished creating my task. I'm going to tab forward one more time.
Modify attachment. Enter M. Dialog button.
So if I've added an attachment, I can actually modify it from here. And this might be useful if you have a memo, etc. I'm going to tab forward again.
Delete attachment. Space D. Button.
I can delete attachments.
Save button.
And I'm going to save now.
Successfully add task. In progress demo test. Hi, due Sunday, December 24th, 2023. Last modified Thursday, November 16th, 2023. 1 list item.
So now I'm in my task list, and it's giving me all kinds of information here. It told me that my task is in progress. It told me that it's high priority. It told me what the task is, when it's due, and when it was last modified. So now I'm in my list of tasks, and if I had more than one, I would use space 1 and space 4 to navigate them. So I'm going to press F3 though, because you do have several options related to your task list. I'm not going to go through everything here, but I will give you a general idea of the various things that you can do in this application. So I'm going to press F3.
New task. Enter N. Dialog button.
Here's your new task button, and again, you can just press Enter N.
Modify task. Enter M. Dialog button.
You can also modify the task. And again, this might be a thing that you would do if for some reason you want to add another attachment, if the due date changes, if you want to change the status, if you do attend a meeting, as I was mentioning, and you want to create another memo that contains the meeting notes, you can modify it here.
Delete task. Space D. Button.
You can also delete it when it's finished.
Archive task. Backspace A. Button.
You could also choose to archive it instead of deleting it so that you don't see it in the main list, but you don't actually just delete it from your unit.
Mark is not started. Backspace N. Button.
So you are actually able to change the progress indicator, or whether it's not started, in progress, or completed. You can do that directly from the task list. We knew that that would be something that you'd want to be able to do. It's going to show you the ones that are not currently indicated. So this task is in progress. So you're going to see mark as not started and
mark is completed. Backspace C. Button.
Mark is completed. If it was marked as not started, you would see mark as in progress or mark as completed. Okay, again, I'll press F3.
Tasks. In progress demo test. Hi, due Sunday, December 24th, 2023. Last modified Thursday, November 16th, 2023. 1 list item.
So again, I've wrapped now back around to my task list. I also want to quickly show you what's in the menus here, again, just so you have a general idea of what's possible in the application. I'll press the F2 key.
Search tasks. F. Dialog space F menu item.
You can search tasks here. I'll move down.
Show archive list. A. Alt A menu item.
You can show the archive list. So again, if you want to archive a task instead of deleting it, it will not appear in the main list, but you can see it here.
Backup to-do list. U. Enter U menu item.
These are going to be similar options that you're going to have with the schedule manager, the address manager, the database manager. So you have your backup.
Restore to-do list. R. Dialog enter R menu item.
Your restore.
Set backup options. E. Dialog enter E menu item.
And your set backup options, which again are going to be similar to the other programs in the organizer menu.
Options, O, dialog backspace O menu item.
Now we have to-do list specific settings. So I'm going to press enter here on options.
Options dialog. Sort task by title 1 for list item.
So you have options for sorting the task. You can sort by title.
Last modified 2 for list item. Due date 3 for list item. Priority 4 for list item.
So there you go. You have different options as far as how to sort. Then
Sort direction. Ascending 1 to list item.
you can sort ascending or descending. Again, F3.
Display due date on 2-3 list item.
Remember that when I was showing you the task list, it announced all kinds of information, due date, priority, status, all kinds of information. You can actually determine what is displayed. If you don't want all of this announced as you navigate your to-do list, you can determine what is displayed here.
Display date last modified on 2-2 list item. Calendar to add task. Selected anniversary. BrailleSense 6. 120 list item.
You also then are able to choose your calendar from which to add appointments because, as you know, in the Schedule Manager, there are several calendars. So you can select the calendars that you want to be visible when you are attaching appointments.
Confirm button.
And you can confirm here. So again, I'll press the F4 key to cancel.
Tasks in progress demo test. Hi.
And I'm once again returned to my task list. So again, that doesn't cover every little function, but that should give you a general idea what this program does. So I've returned again to my main menu, and the next thing I want to show you is just something really quick. Some of you will not care about this, but we were asked, especially in educational situations, to add some of the old games that we added on the U2. So you'll find these in the Extras menu now.
Excel Viewer, X.
And if I move down,
Sense Dict Color Read, Sense Brain Game, G.
we have the Sense Brain Game,
Sense Dice Game, D.
the Sense Dice Game,
Sense Roulette Game, R.
and the Sense Roulette Game. So the Sense Brain Game then has several subcategories in it.
Sense Brain Game, G.
I'm going to press enter here, and it's going to play a lovely little tune here.
Memory Game, M. 1-6 list item.
And now I have several games to choose from. I have a memory game,
Reverse Game, R. 2-6 list
a
item.
reverse game,
Chase a Criminal, T. 3-6 list item.
chase a criminal,
Multiplication Table, M. 4-6 list item.
multiplication table.
View Ranking, A. 5-6 list item.
I'm able to view my ranking,
Exit, Z. 6-6 list item.
and of course I can exit. So let's go back up
Multiplication Table, M. 4-6 list item.
to the multiplication table, and I'll press enter.
Multiplication Table, M. 4-6 list item. When the game starts, 2 arbitrary numbers will be given. Listen carefully and type the result by multiplying the 2 numbers. Press space to repeat this message or enter to start the game.
And I'll press enter.
Select stage. Select stage 115 combo box.
Okay, let's say that I'm stupid, and actually we may not even have to say so, but anyway, we'll just go with stage 1.
Start game. 7. 6.
Okay, and I'll type 42 and press enter.
3. 9.
And I'm gonna do something wrong. So I typed 25, and let's see what happens.
Wrong.
So
Your score is 1. Type your user ID to register the ranking. Registry ranking dialog. ID, edit box.
So gosh, if you get it wrong, then you have all kinds of things happen. So it gave me that very, very long drum roll. And you'll basically continue until you fail. And then it will ask you to register your ID and all of that. And you can do this with any one of the games. The Chase a Criminal is actually sort of a memory game in itself, in that you will have to follow a criminal up and down several floors and determine what floor it should be on. So then again, it's kind of a numbers game. Of course, the reverse and memory games are to test your memory, and this will test your multiplication table. For now, I'm going to exit,
Do you want to play again? Yes prompt button.
and I'm going to say no,
No prompt button. Memory game, M. 1-6 list item.
and I'll exit the Sense Brain game.
Sense Brain Game, G.
Now, the dice game is actually just a dice game. I mean that all you can do here is just roll the dice. So if for some reason you're at a party and you don't have them, you can just roll them. And the roulette game is exactly what you would expect it to be. Again, it's a dice game, but it is a roulette game. So I don't really want to spend a lot of time on these. I just wanted to let you know that they are available. Now I'd like to demonstrate several additions that we've made to the email program. So I'm in my main menu and I'm going to press E to open email.
One attached, subject, BrailleSense release note. From Jenny Axler, Jenny Silvash C.
And we have a message here with an attachment. I'm going to press enter on this message. And we're going to open it. And
Message
it does
body.
take a minute.
Please find it attached.
So I have an attachment, and it used to be, I'm going to press F3.
2. Hymns Jenny Gmailed. Importance. Flag checkbox unchecked.
So let me stop right there.
High static box. 2. Hymns Jenny Gmail.com 1 list item.
We have a few additional items here.
Importance. High static box.
The first thing we have is an importance designation. And if this is normal, you won't actually see this, but if it's set to low or high, this will now appear in the tab order. Once again, I'm going to press F3.
Flag checkbox unchecked.
We also have the ability to set flags, and when you're in the tab order, it will tell you whether or not a flag exists. If a flag does exist, when you're in your message list, you will be alerted to that. Again, I'll press F3.
Date, Thursday, November 16th. From Jenny Axler, Jenny Silva. Subject, BrailleSense release note static. Attach, release note for BrailleSense 6 v2.0 docs 20.97 kilobytes 1 list item.
Now, it used to be that when you pressed enter on an attachment, it would save it to your downloads folder, or it would ask you if you wanted a different location. Now, if you select multiple attachments, that will still happen because, of course, you can't open more than one attachment at once, especially if they are from different programs, etc. However, if you choose a singular attachment and it is supported in our BrailleSense programming, you can automatically open it. If I press enter here,
Save or open file, save prompt button.
this looks very similar to what you see in Outlook. I'm actually going to choose open.
Open prompt button.
And I'm going to press enter.
Downloading.
So the first thing it's going to do is download it, and it will save a copy in your downloads folder.
Loading. Release note for BrailleSense 6 v2.0 docs open.
And now it is automatically opened. So you don't have to go through this whole thing of saving it in your downloads or wherever you choose to save it, then go finding it and opening it in the program that you want to use. I'm going to press space Z.
Attach, release note for BrailleSense 6 v2.0 docs 20.97 kilobytes 1 list item.
This time I'm going to choose save because this has changed a bit.
Save or open file, save prompt button.
Now,
Attach file dialog. File name, release note for BrailleSense 6.
this looks like your usual save as dialog. Instead of asking, do you want to save it to your downloads folder and then having to go and choose, you can actually change the file name here. If I press space F3,
Release note for BrailleSense 6 v2.0 docs 1724 list item.
it is already in there, so you do see it, but I'm placed in my Documents folder on the BrailleSense. So again, this looks like any normal save as dialog, so just a lot more streamlined and a little bit more modern in how this is handled. I'm going to press F4.
Attach, release note for BrailleSense 6 v2.0 docs 20.97 kilobytes 1 list item.
And I'm going to press F4 one more time to return to the message list.
1 attached, subject, BrailleSense release note.
Now, there are a few more things that we've added here from the message list. As I mentioned, you can change the flag status, and you can use backspace Enter F to do that.
Message flagged. Flag, 1 attached, subject,
And now it announced flag as it started to read the message. Another thing that we've added is the ability to permanently delete a message. And I'm not going to actually do this right now, but I'll tell you how. Instead of pressing space D, press backspace D. And what this is going to do is to delete it and bypass the trash folder. So it's not going to send it to trash first, as would normally happen. The other thing that we've done, and I will do this, is add the ability to archive a message. And you do that with backspace A. I'll press that now.
moving message.
And it's going to move it now to the archives folder on my Gmail. And
Successfully archive messages. Getting new message list.
it's going to refresh my message list.
Subject, your Amazon.com order from.
And now you can see it is no longer there, but it didn't delete it. It just sent it to my archive folder in my Gmail IMAP folders. One other quick thing I want to show you is something that's simple and usual, but something that we have been asked for a very long time, and we finally have this. I'm going to press the F2 key.
File, F, pull-down menu.
And I'm going to go to Tools.
Message, M, Tools, T, pull-down menu.
And press Enter.
Accounts Manager, M, dialog enter M menu item.
I want to go to Options.
Set path, P, set options, O, dialog enter O
and
menu
press
item.
Enter.
Default mail server, Salvis 1 for list item.
Again, you can set your default mail server, F3.
Use as default send from account, Salvis 1, number of messages to receive, 3216 list item.
This is all familiar.
Exchange, server, message list type, simple 1-2 list, display header labels, yes 2-2 list item.
Now, we haven't gone over this in a video previously, but we did in a podcast. This was added, I believe it was in number 1.7. We've added the ability to really customize this message list. So one of the things that you can turn off is the header labels like subject to, from, and date. It will just give you the information without announcing those headers. This will also remove the display of like a sender's email address, for example. Usually it gives you the sender name plus the email address. This will remove that. I'll move forward again.
First mail header, subject 1 for list item.
And then here you're able to determine which email headers are shown and in what order. And you have the option of setting them to subject to, from, date, or
subject 1 for list item, from date to 4 for list item.
Well, you have to have one. So just a moment.
Second mail header, date 3 for list, off 4 for list item.
So once you've set your first header, you could actually set all the rest of them to off. But you can choose to set, once you've set one, you can have as many as you like or don't like. So I'm going to keep going here, though.
Third mail header, fourth mail header, sort order, ascending to list item.
And here it is, finally. Yes, you can change the sort order. And we apologize for taking so long to do this. But you finally can set it from ascending to descending, or the other way around. So for those of you who like to see your newest messages at the top, as Outlook allows you to do, and you do with Apple, etc., you can now do that. The next thing I'd like to show you is something that we've added both in the Daisy Player and in the document reader. I will show you in the Daisy Player. So again, I'm at my main menu. I'm going to press K to open the Books menu.
Daisy Player, D.
And press Enter on the Daisy Player.
Open Daisy dialog. A chicken soup for the soul Christmas Jennifer Axler folder 146 list item.
Oh, we'll just go with that one. It was the first holiday.
Selected a chicken soup for the soul Christmas, multi-line edits, 100.
It's that time of
year. Chicken soup for the soul Christmas. A chicken soup for the soul. Christmas. Stories to warm your heart and share with family during the holidays. Pause.
Okay, and we will pause playback. Now, I'm going to go to my menu.
File, F, pull-down menu.
And press Enter.
Open Daisy, O, voice settings, S, dialog enter S menu item.
And I'm going to press Enter here.
Voice settings dialog. Set speed, 8/812 list item.
Most of this you'll recognize. Again, I'm going to press F3.
Set pitch, 5, set volume, 5, autoplay, on mark alert, messaged, voice name, English Zoe 1011 list item.
This, however, is a new function. You now can set a different voice from your system voice. And again, you can do this both in the Daisy Player and in the document reader. So you can ultimately actually use 3 different voices, one in the Daisy Player, one in the document reader, and one as your system voice. You might want to do this if you just want to easily distinguish when you're reading from system notifications and navigation, or if you would like to read something in a different language, you're able to do that without changing your system TTS. So let's try it.
English Tom 911, UK English Kate 811 list item.
We'll use UK English Kate.
Jack Canfield multi-line edit box, Mark Victor Hansen. Backlist, LLC, a unit of. Chicken Soup for the Soul Publishing, LLC. Coscorp, CT. www.
Now,
Pause.
It said pause in my Zoe voice. And I'm going to start playback again, and then I will try navigating.
Play.
www.chickensapp.com.
Level 1.
www.
Page.
www.chickensapp.com. Contents. Introduction. 1. The meaning of Christmas. Christmas of my dreams. Cheryl Kirking.
So what you're hearing is Kate reading the book and at a different voice speed, and then you're hearing Zoe as my system voice at a bit of a slower speed. So again, you're able to easily distinguish between the two, as well as, I mentioned, set a different voice or personality for whatever you might happen to be reading. Another thing we've added in this upgrade is the ability to dictate text into the word processor, the notepad, and when writing an email message in the message body. So I'm at my main menu, and I'm going to press W to open the word processor.
Top of document.
and I'm at the top of the document. And the dictation key is F4D. And I always have this inclination to try and do this with my thumb, and that's actually a little bit more difficult than it could be. So try using your pinky, and I find this to be much, much easier. So I'm going to press F4D.
Start.
I am just trying the dictation in the word processor, comma. Let's see how it comes out, period.
I am just trying the dictation in the word processor. Let's see how it comes out.
So you heard the little bleep that told me it was ready to take dictation, and when I stopped speaking, you heard it again, and you heard it also announce what it inserted into the document. Now, this is Google Voice dictation, so there are some limitations, and I will also tell you that this is a little bit of a process for us. There are a couple of things we know we need to improve, and we will work to improve this function. Right now, too, if you slow down, it will stop, and you'll hear it. You'll hear it bleep to tell you that it's stopped listening. So you do want to know what you want to say before you get started, and I would probably recommend not dictating more than a paragraph at a time. But again, if you use Google Voice dictation anywhere on an Android phone, you're going to find that this is a similar process. Now I want to show a couple of ways to get additional content for your BrailleSense that we've sort of made a little bit easier. And in so doing, I also want to show one more add-on that we have available. So the first thing I want to do is go to the All Apps menu.
AI chat.
And I have all of my various Android apps here, but I'm going to jump to the bottom with space 456.
App installer.
We have a new thing here called an app installer. For those of you who use the SensePlayer, you will recognize this, and it is exactly the same thing. What this allows you to do is install several popular apps, and in fact, you don't really even need to have a Google Play account, at least to get them installed. So if I press enter here,
App installer dialog. App SPEAK 19 list item.
so it's going to give us several applications.
Chirp 2 9 list item. Pandora 3 9 list item. Skype 4 9 list item.
That we just find to be popular applications. We have, as I mentioned, added this on the SensePlayer to make it easy to get compatible apps for the SensePlayer. And we thought, this would actually be useful on the BrailleSense as well, especially for people who are new to Android. There are several apps here that we know are accessible and that work well. So all you need to do to download something is just press enter on it.
Progress.
And it's downloading.
Download complete. Skype
And-
installation complete. App installer.
And that's all there is to it. Once it installs, you are placed back in the All Apps list. I'm going to return to the main menu now.
File manager F.
Now I'm going to go to the very bottom of the main menu itself.
Optional add-ons T.
We have a new option here called Optional Add-ons. Now, this is different from All Apps. All Apps is going to take you to Android applications, native Android applications. Optional add-ons are programs that are specifically made for the BrailleSense, but do not ship with it because they are optional for any one of various reasons. So if I press enter here,
Download app D.
I have this option that says Download Apps. And again, I'm going to press enter here.
Download app dialog. App Sense Bible 1 list item.
And you'll get a list of available apps, and these would, again, be apps that you don't currently have installed on your unit. The app installer, by the way, is the same way. It only showed me 9 applications because I have several of the applications that are included in the installer already on my device. So this is only going to show you apps that you don't have. There is another application that resides here that I'm going to show you in a moment that I already have installed. But for those of you who like to install the Sense Bible, this is a much, much easier way to get it. You no longer have to download it from our website, extract the data, extract the program content, and then install it. You can actually, again, just press enter here, and it's going to download, and it will install and extract everything
Download complete.
automatically.
Sense Bible installation complete. Download app D.
And again, we're placed in the optional add-ons menu at the Download Apps area. Another app that resides here that I already have installed, I'll show you now. I'm going to return to my main menu.
File Manager, F.
And I'm going to press B for Web Tools.
Web Browser, B.
And I have my web browser.
Google Search, G.
Google Search.
Wiki Search, W. BrailleSense ChatGPT, C.
And a new option here called BrailleSense ChatGPT. And I'm going to press Enter here.
Question, Edit Box.
And it opens right away in a question edit box. And I will just type recommend me
a
low carb,
carb
Mexican dish.
Mexican.
And I'll press
Loading.
Enter, and it's loading, or rather generating a response from ChatGPT. And it does take a moment because, of course, it's curating.
Here's a great low-carb Mexican dish, chicken fajitas. To prepare low-carb version, you would substitute traditional tortillas with lettuce wraps. For the filling, you saute boneless chicken, bell peppers, and onions in a pan with some oil and fajita seasoning. You can top your fajitas with salsa, guacamole, or sour cream as per your...
Sounds awesome. So I'd stopped the reading with backspace and enter. However, we've made it that simple for you. Unfortunately, it's not quite that simple. The problem with ChatGPT is that it is not free. So in order to use this, you actually need to sign up for your own API key. And we do have a way to get to the website in our menu. If I press the menu key here,
Register an API key, R, dialog menu item.
you have the register option. And if I move down,
Sign up for an API key, S, menu item.
if you press enter here, it will take you to the website where you can sign up for an account and you can go forward and create your secret API key, etc. And you do have some free data for about 3 months. And then it's actually not expensive. There are several different plans that you can choose to pay for and different ways that you can manage that. I'm not going to go over all that here. We do allow you to ask a few questions free. There is an automatic default account. However, once the data is exceeded for the month, you might be out of luck. So when you try this, you may or may not be able to ask a question. If the data limit is exceeded, it will give you that message, data limit exceeded, and you will know that our company default trial account has no more data available for this month. So this is the difficulty. And we will try to give you instructions as far as signing up for this, but it actually is a bit of a process. However,
Response, here's a...
once you do have this signed up, it is so easy to use it. I'm going to press space F3,
Question, recommend me a low...
and I'm back to my question. I'm going to do it again.
User, is there a bird called Jenny? List...
Someone asked me, and they were talking about Jenny Wren, which is, of course, a song. But I thought, okay, I'm just going to ask, maybe, does she know? Anyway, I can see my history here.
Assistant, no, there is no specific bird species called user. What are the best field recorders on the market list item? Assistant, there are several high-quality field recorders available. User, recommend me a low...
So I'm actually just pressing space 4 to move down the list, and I can see all of my questions and the various responses. So it's really easy to find your history. You can copy and paste these things. You can, of course, have this create poetry, solve math equations, create all kinds of things. It'll write code. There's so much that ChatGPT can do, and it's not up to me to explain all of that here. I will press F3 one time. I do want to show you one thing.
Question, recommend... Response, here's a... Submit button. Microphone, F4D, button.
You also have the ability to dictate here, and we're also using the F4D for that, or you can press enter on this microphone button. So if you would like to voice your question rather than typing it, you're able to do that as well. But again, as easy as this is, and that is the advantage to using it. Once you've set this up, you're golden. But getting there is a bit of a challenge and a process, and this is the reason why we make it an optional add-on rather than a shipping product, because it is somewhat up to you as the user to set up your own API account with ChatGPT. We also want to make sure that schools have the option of including it or excluding it as they wish. Now, of course, this does not cover every little minute detail of the upgrade. You can get all of those in the release note that will come with the upgrade announcement and will also come up when you first start the BrailleSense after the upgrade is finished. I will mention a couple of other small things, though, specifically in the media player and podcasts. We do have chapter navigation now available in both the media player and podcast player. And we also now deal with audiobooks as separate playlists. Again, very similar to what we do in the SensePlayer for those who are familiar with that. For those who are not, anything that is saved in the audiobooks folder is now classified as an audiobook. So time elements, bookmarks, etc. are all applied to the specific subfolder that contains each book. So these are treated as a whole rather than specific individual media files. And so the whole folder is treated as a playlist, exit marks, and again, go to time elements and various other aspects of it will apply to the entire folder. We hope you enjoy this upgrade. We always appreciate your support and your feedback. And yes, the browser is still on its way. For more information about any of our HIMSS products, you can visit our website at www.himsintl.com or send us an email at hims@selvishc.com. Thanks for watching.